No, I sure don't.
Day 59.
And we're live. We're live. We're live.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Excuse me.
like. Today we do have a topic, and the topic is the power of gratitude or the attitude of gratitude and what that benefits you, what that gets you, what is the value of expressing gratitude. And we're going to talk about that. As well as today is, it's the best day of the week. It's the Wisdom Wednesday for our brother Mark Greer's Wisdom Wednesday segment. We look forward to having you on to share it with us. Back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am LisaSantiagoMcNeilll.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to you each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Miss Phyllis. What's good, everybody? Thank you for joining this morning. We look forward to today's topic, the power of gratitude.
And how you doing, Miss Phyllis? I hope you're doing well. I came up with a different topic after Lisa did, but I think I'll do that on another day.
Mm-hmm.
The phrases that irk you, because I heard another one today in my mastermind meeting this morning. Phrases that irk me. Ugh. But today's topic is the power of gratitude. Well, you know what the phrase, you won't know what the phrase was, but it's one, I was making a list of phrases that irk me. And the phrase that set me off this morning was, you see, I'm an out-of-the-box thinker. But he was thinking out of the box. No, you're not.
You know what?
Because I can prove you're not. Okay, I can prove it. People say they're out of the box this or out of the box that. I can prove it.
I'm grateful that you have ears to hear.
Okay. Steering the conversation back.
Good morning, Osama.
You should be able
Miss Phyllis says, matchy matches, love the blue.
Yeah, Lisa saw what I was going to wear.
And this is my favorite shirt.
This is your favorite shirt that I have?
Yes.
I think you said this about another.
I may have, but this is my favorite color on you, and I have a dress that matches it.
I'm already dark skinned. I think this shirt makes my face look darker.
I love it.
So
I like the darkness of your face.
I guess you do.
Chocolate.
Dark chocolate, for real. Matching the blue. I guess it's actually, I think it does look good on screen.
Uzama, good morning to you. The power of gratitude. How does gratitude affect your life? Does it affect your health? Does it affect your pocket? Does it affect your energy? What does gratitude do for you?
Well, I'll tell you, we're going to go down that road, but when you forget, which we often temporarily do as adults, to what you're grateful for, you can let yourself slip into dissatisfaction or not feeling good. Okay, for example, a very real life example happened to me yesterday. Hey, Ja, good morning. Good morning, Azama. Good morning.
What's good, Ja?
Yesterday, I made 2 sales and I gained 2 new clients yesterday. That should be great, right? We brought in great money, made 2 sales. That should be great, right? But I was upset with my day because I was realizing stuff that I'm doing in business that I could be doing more or better or differently. Man, I don't have this in place, but I have this there. And I was in a bedroom bemoaning my business. Okay, even though on the same day where I made 2 new sales, because normally 1 sale cures all things as an entrepreneur, but I made 2 yesterday, but I was upset. And my pretty wife, my wise and pretty wife, says, Brian, let's focus on something different here. You don't want to go to bed with that. Focus on something that's good. Focus on something that's positive. Focus, because you have things that are good. You have things that are positive if you choose to focus on it. Because what I did, y'all, was I was whining, okay, which we should not do. as an old.
And I'm grateful that you were so easy to redirect. But and I'm
And I
glad you
was
attributed
easy.
to me.
Mhm.
But that's God's words. He tells us in Philippians, I think it's 4:13, whatsoever is good, whatsoever is pure, whatsoever is a good report, think on these things. And I keep reminding myself that God's book has the answer to everything.
Mhm.
It really does. And it's not just um uh cliche. These are actually true things. And one thing that I remembered yesterday and the day before, I was sharing it with somebody the day before. The day before, I actually was so joyful and so grateful. And I said to myself for a brief minute, I don't know what I'm so grateful for, but I'm just grateful.
Wow.
And then I said, what do you mean you don't know what you're so grateful
I
for?
don't know what I'm so grateful for.
You're grateful because of this. I caught myself but I think I was saying, I don't know what I'm so gleeful for, but I said grateful for. But I'm grateful. I am very grateful. But then just trying to decide what you're grateful for will make you more full of gratitude. I'm grateful that I can walk. I was grateful that I could drive yesterday. I was grateful that the sun was shining. I was grateful that every place that we went had rained right before we got there. We were not in any rain at all. There was rain on the ground. There were rain on the other cars, but no place where we drove or where we arrived at was there rain anywhere. So I'm grateful that God held back the rain.
It's beautiful too. Lisa was chauffeuring my mother around all day yesterday.
We were hanging out.
They were hanging out, running errands. And Lisa doesn't like to drive in the rain. She don't like to. And I was like, it's supposed to be raining all day. And it did, but not on her.
Not at all. Not at all. We arrived at places that were wet, and soaking. And we were just we didn't rain at all. Judy says, great day, familia. I'm absolutely loving the blue color. My husband's favorite color. I really like it. Mm-hmm. And Josh says, I'm feeling the blue. Josh has an event this weekend, this Friday, as a matter of fact. Absolutely. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a poet-filled evening, and there's going to be food, poetry, some music, and it's the speakeasy. I'm trying to get my link in front of me so that I can put it up on the screen.
Or Jock can share it in the comments.
Well, I have the short link, so it'll be easier for me. It's the Speakeasy series. Session 1 is going to be on Friday.
Okay.
And I am excited. I was trying to see if we could fit it in because that's typically our date night. But this weekend is so full. But if you go to bit.ly/speakeasy1JS, that's speakeasy 1. The number one and the letter J for Ja and the letter S for Smalls. You can register to show up, and it is going to be amazing.
Lisa and I have been to several of Ja's events.
Absolutely.
And Ja is an amazing host.
He is.
He has amazing friends, and they put on a good event. If you enjoy the spoken word, they put on great events.
Absolutely. And there was something else I wanted to say about the event tonight. Friday night. But go ahead and register. And when you register, there's more information in the details there for you. Or Ja, if you can put anything in the chatterization, I'll be able to show it on the screen.
Chatterization.
That's right, the chatterization.
Chat box.
Absolutely.
It's not
Judy said we have 2 outdoor events on Saturday. One in South Park at the Wine Festival and the other in Chesterfield, South Carolina. Awesome, Judy.
The Wine Festival, and they're going to be forming now. I do kind of want some more next level band in my life. Okay?
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Deborah. She says, y'all look marvelous. So this morning I did something that I haven't done in a long time. And I did it in such a way that y'all could not see it. And I was over on the Instagram streets, but I actually did my morning makeup this morning online. Believe it or not, I was a little bit shook. But I did it.
You used to do it all the time.
I used to do it all the time, but I stopped. Judy said, happy birthday to my nephew. I love him. That's right. It is my number 1 son's birthday today. Happy birthday, Brandon. Yes.
Okay, today is Brandon's birthday. How about that?
It is.
I knew it was this week. I thought it was like later this week.
Nope, it's today. It's today, and I'm going to prepare his fantastic fantastic dinner tonight that he's asked for.
He asked for a dinner? What did he ask for?
Salmon.
We always eat salmon.
Macaroni and cheese. Well, we didn't eat it this Sunday because I knew we were going to have it on Wednesday.
We did too have salmon. No, we had some kind of.
We had pasta Alfredo with shrimp and chicken.
That was delicious too, by the way. But he wants salmon.
He wants salmon.
And mac and cheese.
And mac and cheese. And
okay.
He wants greens. I don't even cook greens, so I don't know where he's going to get greens from.
You got a can of glory.
Never. I would never use a glory green in my house or any canned greens or anything like that. I am telling you, we're going to make him some greens, probably some spinach or some kale because I can't do collard
I'll say happy birthday to him when I see him this morning, certainly.
Katura, good morning,
good morning. His age?
Dare I tell his age?
Yeah.
He's 28
Today's
today.
His 28th birthday. So if you want to wish him a happy birthday now,
it's not a secret.
Now you can be more specific.
Yeah. It's not a secret, and I'm so excited that my baby is a grown-up. He's a fantastic dad.
I was 28.
And I am so happy for him.
I was walking with a cane.
Judy says, I'm going to send you a picture of my collard greens. He can't eat your picture. You got a recipe that I could make?
Yeah, give her your recipe, Sister Judy, or share your recipe if you will. You know, today, is that Carmelo Baker?
Carmelo, what's good, Carmelo? Carmelo, we got to get on the stick. We could running out of time. Carmelo's project we're hoping to have out by Christmas. So we're almost at the home stretch here.
Lisa gave me a deadline too, Carmelo. If I want my book published this year, I got to have it to her by Friday. You know, my next book, I got to have it to her by Friday, she said. So I'm working on it. I'll see if I can get it to her by Friday so I can get it published this year. And if not, it'll be next year. Okay.
You'll have to get in line. I gave you a window.
You did, but the window's not closed yet.
Yeah, but Friday. You said it was already done. You've said over and over again, it's already done. It's already done. And you've said that to emphasize that I was the holdup. So now I have let you know that I am not the holdup.
I did not ever say that you're the holdup.
By Friday,
I never
said it will get done. I am not. No. I said to imply. You implied it. No, I inferred it from what you implied.
You were reaching to infer.
No, I was not.
I wasn't saying that,
honey. Every time you brought it up, if my wife is not too busy, every time you brought it up,
it's completely done. Except I haven't given it to you.
That's right. Publish. You haven't given it to me.
You know why I haven't given it to you?
Because
I want to go over it again.
It's not done. It's not done.
I just want to go over it again.
It's not. No, I called it. I called you on the BS. Now the ball is back in your court.
It's been in my court. I didn't give it to you yet.
You didn't give it to me, but you whined about it and talked about it to everybody.
I never whined about it.
Be grateful.
That is you
Be grateful that your wife is a publisher.
And reaching for something to gripe about it.
I am not
What's going on is I am so good to Lisa in so many areas. I spoil her.
Is that what happened?
So what happened just now, Sister Judy, you saw it. She inferred something, and you know what? I didn't think you had inferred that until just this minute. I didn't know you felt that way.
That's right. Carmelo says, "Get it done, Brian." LOL. She threw it back to you.
It was always with me. I never gave it to her.
You have given it to me every time I have walked in on conversation.
Every book that I've given you.
I hope I can get it done this year, but my wife is so busy.
I never said the words, but my wife is so busy.
I hope I get it done this year, but my wife has so many projects.
Can I get a witness?
And I'm grateful. I have projects.
I
have projects on projects. I'm grateful for the number of projects that I have that I get to do this year. I am grateful. Oh, you sending me pictures of the collard greens
that she grew.
Are they ready to harvest?
That sounds even sexier.
Right.
The greens that's coming from her garden. Are they ready to be put in the pot?
Right. Are they harvest? Because I'm sure those are anointed greens.
Oh, those are going to be better because, they're going to be leafy. They're not going to have, I won't be as afraid about the chemicals and all that kind of stuff.
They're going to be tender and fresh and delicious.
That'll be different.
Dr. Deborah is laughing at you and Judy is laughing at you.
But the point is, baby, this is an example right here.
An example.
You had an art with that.
I didn't have an art.
If my wife would.
No. Let me tell you what I had. I had a concern that my husband was not feeling like a priority.
No, I didn't give it to you. I never said that. And until this morning, I didn't know that you felt that way.
Every time you mentioned it, you had the pole mouth face. If I was only
I
had
never-
some money to
see,
pay for my project,
I never said
I
that.
could get it done.
I never did that either. I never I never talk like that.
Yes, you
Okay.
did.
So that's not true. But what it is we call it perception is reality. You were perceiving something and you made that real, but I didn't perceive it that way.
Mhm.
Dr. Beverly, tell her. She
Judy
says, Lisa,
no chemicals, all
Dr. Beverly
organic.
says, Lisa, you tripping. Brian just mentioned that he hadn't finished the project yet.
Not what she
And
said.
he didn't say anything about you or you completing it. Thank you, Dr. Beverly.
Dr. Beverly says, Grand Rising, my favorite awesome, beautiful family. I have 2 new crew members, Tomas and Hannah.
Good
hey,
morning.
Tomas.
Good morning,
Hey,
Tomas.
Hannah.
And good morning, Sister Hannah, and
Good
the rest of the crew as well.
morning.
Good morning to you guys. Yeah, Judy. Actually,
we love you back. I love Tomas. One of my mother's best friends name was Tomas, and Hannah was my godmother's name, Hannah Brockington. She has returned the
These
source.
might be your people.
Well, she's returned the source, but I love those names, both of them, and we love all of you. Judy says, I love y'all. Judy, we need to know if we can harvest some collard greens, so I will drive over there and get them.
When I was in the military, when you first go to the military, it's what's called basic training. And they berate you and insult you in basic training. And there was a Tomas in my unit. And the drills call him Tomas all the time.
Goodness.
Tomas. Get in his face, Tomas. And that's he's heard it probably before.
Hopefully not, because he is Tomas.
Oh my
we love
God.
him being here.
They call everybody names.
Today, we missed the 9:15 mark. We're a minute
Well, it's
late.
not over. It's not over.
We're a minute late
At
for
9:15 on Wednesdays.
And powerful, anointed message from our very own brother Mark Greer. Get ready, y'all. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Good morning to you, Empowerment Duo family. Here we are again, another edition of Wisdom Wednesday. You know, when you are secure in who you are, when you stand on who you are and what you represent, sometimes you're going to find that you're standing alone. Sometimes you're going to be in an arena of nothing but solitude, because there are going to be people who are uncomfortable by your presence. They're uneasy by your mannerisms. They don't know how to take your demeanor. And they will offer comments behind your back that maybe you're a little bit too rigid. Maybe you're a little too serious. Maybe you don't vibe with what we're trying to do. They're going to find something to come at you for, and maybe try to get you to change to fit the narrative they want to define for you. But when you are 100% unapologetically yourself, when you are secure in who you are, when you know beyond a shadow of a doubt what your value is and will not let someone else determine what your value may be. When you are that locked in and that determined, that specific, that committed, there are going to be people who choose to chastise you behind your back, but won't say those things to your face. And many times those people are going to be people you thought were on your side. And then you find out that they're not. I heard someone say the other day, expect people to be what they are. Expect the liar to lie. Expect the thief to steal. Because as Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them.
Mm-hmm.
In my own life, people have told me many times how they had a false perception of me, how they thought I was one way, but after meeting me, I was nothing like they thought I was. And I would always tell them, because you judge me from a distance. And a lot of times what you see from a distance is nothing but a mirage. It's not that I am different. It's just that you see me differently because you chose to take the opportunity to get to meet me. But as long as you were looking at me from a distance and you heard certain things about me, you were readily willing to follow that narrative and say, yeah, he's just like you said he was, only to find out later that I wasn't. And many times the people who are casting these judgments on you are people who don't even know you, who don't even matter to you. So Empowerment Duo family, what I'm saying right now is whoever you are, be that person. Not sometimes, not a few minutes out the day, not a few hours out of the day, but be that person all the time. Because you will never be anyone else. I can promise you, if you appease someone and try to become what they want you to be, you are going to be dissatisfied, not only with your life, but with yourself. And I'm here to tell you, the only person on this planet you will ever be is you. When you came into the world, you were stamped to be exactly who you are. And who you are is good enough. And for those who don't like it, for those who can't accept it, for those who don't want to acknowledge it, let them get to stepping. Because what they're really telling you is they don't belong in your life. They're not worthy of being in your life. They do not deserve to be in your presence.
Mm-hmm.
So Empowerment Duo family, stand tall on who you are. Stand tall on what you represent. Stand tall on the fact that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are something unique, something special, and someone who has highly been blessed and favored. And as long as you stand on those principles and those ideals, there is nothing or no one on this planet who can touch you. And what you need to do is stay focused on being the very best version of yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's what you deserve. That's all we have for today, everybody. As always, you are that blessing so many people have been wishing for. And you need to receive every single blessing that you have prayed for. We'll talk to you again soon. Peace.
You know, I love Mark's messages. This was a different one to me, okay? Because, and I'm hoping Mark comes on here because I don't want to talk about him behind his back. Okay, but I need Mark to come in here because I want to ask a question. And the question to Mark that his talk inspired within me, because I always love his talk, always love them. But his talk brought another question to me. For any person that's gone through a public school system, from kindergarten, elementary school, middle school, high school, if they've gone all the way through it, they were taught and indoctrinated on conformity.
Conformity, absolutely.
Conformity. I can remember first grade, what good behavior equaled, as far as my teacher is concerned, is if you're quiet like everybody else. That equals good.
Absolutely.
If you sit there quiet like everyone else, that equals good. So we've all been taught conformity. I can still remember that right now. The quiet child was praised to the roof. Oh, that's what we want. We want to be quiet like everybody else. What Mark is advocating is for you to be who you are all the time, every day. And the question I would ask Mark is, how can people do that? People who have never done it before. How can someone be that? Lisa believes in that philosophy too. When I first met Lisa, in her son's bathroom, she had across his mirror, "Be who you really are." And at the time, he was like 16 or 17. 17. Be who you really are. And I had an art with that because he's 17. He doesn't know who he really is. So how can he be that? Maybe it's because I've been a part of the men's group so long, saying stuff like "be a man," and we don't know what that means. They end up messing it up a lot. And so he can't possibly know who he really is. At least now we had that discussion when I first. He doesn't know enough to do that yet. Okay.
Well, you may believe that, but if you look back at the report cards, just go back to the report cards.
Whose report cards?
All of us.
Okay.
For every single one of us that have grown and become a type of person who is the front of the room or the leader, they probably have one thing in common.
Talks too much or
Talks
talkative.
too much and talkative.
I learned the word talkative.
And
from
so that is a direct correlation of you were indoctrinated to stop talking.
Right.
But who you really were was talking.
It was on every report
card. It was on every report card.
Probably yours too.
It was on mine because you couldn't help but be who you really were.
Yes.
Now there were people that were not necessarily. Thank you, Gigi.
Talks
front of the room
much,
person.
yeah.
Another one. Front of the room person. There are people who are not front of the room people, and we have to be mindful to not try to make everybody front of the room people.
Right.
There are some characteristics that people are innately born with, and talkativeness and talking from the front of the room is one of them. Now, the one area that I would like to discuss is not saying one is right or one is wrong, but finding the room where either could learn from the other.
Yeah, that's a better point.
So not necessarily, and that goes back to understanding that sometimes people can point out things in you that you could change or you could improve upon. They're not necessarily finding fault for it, but they're identifying that this is not a characteristic trait of yours that you are standing in, but you could develop it and it could become yours and powerfully yours.
Interesting point too. I like that point too. I want to think some more about what you just said.
Gigi said, talks too much. Yes, ma'am.
Miss
Miss
Phyllis
Phyllis said,
says-
I didn't talk enough. Well, and you're still a wonderful person. And Sister KT says, be who you really are. I love it. It was important to me, particularly at my son's by the time he was 17, because throughout the years, the teachers had spent so much time telling me he didn't stay in his seat, telling me that he talked too much, telling me all these negative things about him that I knew were strengths. My son was athletic. He couldn't stay in his seat because he had mountains and mountains of energy. My son was friendly and talkative and assertive, and he was a leader in the class. And that's why he had to shut up. Now, I would have been more receptive to helping him to find the agreeable times to express some of those feelings, but y'all want to take recess out of school,
which is horrible,
right? And then you don't have any situations where he can express himself because you don't even have come to the board anymore.
Nope.
Or come to the front of the room anymore. You just want a 15, 25 or 30 children sitting at their desks looking at one
learning
teacher.
Only one way.
And I couldn't
verbally.
I had to be sure that I reminded him of the greatness that God created in him, even if they didn't recognize
That's my major challenge with public school systems. I used to sit in on classrooms as a volunteer. I did it for a year. I did it even before I got out of school. I was sitting, and teachers who expect that for 7-year-olds and 6-year-olds and 9-year-olds
just sit and be quiet.
Yes,
because it was more feasible for the teacher.
Yeah. Have a sip of your water, please.
No. Katura said, I didn't talk. You didn't talk because Katura is a quiet leader, but there's still leadership in that. She is a quiet leader. She is an observant leader. And Dr. Deborah says, I was told I talked too much. They always told me to stop cheating. I was too young to know that helping someone who was struggling was cheating. Absolutely.
Yeah. Interesting.
And they didn't take the time to explain that. We have to allow them to learn it. And if they don't understand it, it's important to allow the teacher to explain it versus you taking away from your time to teach it.
I'm glad we have the collection of people in this room that we do have, Katura and Dr. Deborah. As well, I'm hoping Mark Greer comes into the room as well, because I like what the conversation is. I will tell you, Katura, because I bet you have some too. But I was always told I was a leader. An interesting point. I came up with a topic too late today. The topic I came up with after Lisa had already put it forth was phrases that irk you, because I heard another one of those phrases this morning on my Wednesday morning at Mastermind.
Katura said, this whole thing is so good. Amen.
This whole thing is
good.
Good. We got to do something for your boy's birthday today. We'll cook him a dinner. You going to get a cake for him?
He's not a cake person. Okay. Not really. He likes those dump cakes. No,
he likes those dump cakes.
Yeah, he has liked them. But Aunt Kamika said that she was, I shouldn't say it.
He's outside.
He's outside. She says she might make him sweet potato pie because he is a pie person.
She might. You can't say
that's why I can't say it because she didn't say she will.
What does that mean?
She's got a full calendar.
I'll put that on my list too.
She's got a full calendar. Maybe we'll make it for him. But he's a pie person. He's the Thanksgiving. He has one of my former best friends. She used to make three pies for us on Thanksgiving for Brandon. She would make 3 pies, one for him to share, one for him to eat at dinner, and one for him to eat the next day. All of them were his.
Spoiled ass. But anyway, I put that on my list. I was making a list of phrases that irk me.
Yes.
And I just wrote down, I might. I'm going to try to. I'll see if I can make it. Yeah, all those phrases irk me because I know it means no. Okay. Can I give you some more that I wrote on my list today? Just real quick. The other one. This is the first time in a long time I've seen something like that. I can't stand that country phrasing. And a lot of my family use it too.
Why?
I think it's ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
This is the first time in a long time. It ain't the first time in nothing. If
It's the first time in a long time. That means a length of time has passed, and now it's happening.
It sounds country as hell to me. I don't like it. And another one I really don't like is, and Kamala says this one too. I love every word out of Kamala's mouth. When people say stuff like, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Kamala doesn't say that. She goes, to be honest with you, da-da-da-da. Okay, why do you have to say that? Weren't you honest the whole time? Kamala goes, and to be honest with you.
It doesn't mean I've been lying. It simply means that I'm going to say something now that's probably a little bit more harsh than I've said in the past.
Okay.
I'm going to be a little bit more direct.
That and think outside the box kills me too.
KT says, all excuses, Brian, those words that irk you. Those are all excuses. Yeah, he doesn't like excuses.
Maybe she's right. I don't like excuses.
Couture says, I call it. Is that one of the words that irk you? When I hear those words, I say, so you not coming.
So you say it. Look, I'm going to do everything I can.
Oh, she calls it out. She calls them out.
It. So, look, Couture, I understand you're having a party at your house. I'm going to try and make it. Ring, ring, ring. She ain't coming.
Miss Phyllis says, aren't you always honest? Yes, I am always honest, but sometimes I'm not direct. So if I'm looking at someone and we have a chance to change something, particularly with clothes, right? Or hair, clothes, or makeup. When I'm with someone and they say, how does this look? If we're already out and about, I'm going to say, we're fine, let's go. If we're in a place where we can change that, I might say, to be honest, it might be better if we changed this, right? Because I'm still being honest. I was being honest before. You'll be fine. You got on clothes. You're not going to be arrested.
Right.
It doesn't look the best. But now if we're in a position where we could change it, I might say, to be honest, you might be better with this on.
Maybe I have a problem with the phrase so much because so much of my life has been around salespeople. And especially when salespeople say stuff like, and during a sales call, or they're doing a sales presentation, when they say stuff like, well, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, this is better than this, drives me nuts. Maybe that's the perspective I don't like.
Maybe that is. Amen. Toby said, blessing, Pastor. I needed that encouragement. The last 2 weeks, I have friends I thought who were friends try to get me to connect with people who God has separated me from.
Wow.
I knew it was wrong for me to allow that, so I stayed separated. To be who I am. Amen. Love, Lord, they talking about me now, and that's fine. Amen.
That's good preaching. Mark Greer did a good job.
KT says, Lisa, doesn't it depend on who you are speaking to with regards to what I just said? So, of course, it would depend on what who I was speaking to. I would have to be in relationship to them. I'm not going to offer my opinion if we're not in a relationship for you to know my heart, especially if it's a harsher or a more difficult to receive opinion. It's always going to be first relationship. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you've chosen to do. I love you for who you are. Then if you invite me into your heart, into your space, or into an area that you are encouraging me to support you in this area, like, please, can you help me with this? Or here's one. Can you help evaluate come to my presentation now? If I come to your presentation, and then at the presentation, you say, how did I do? There's people around. I'm going to point out all of the positive things. It was wonderful. It was great. This was good. That was good. And then if you come back to me and say, was there anything that I could do differently? Or could I rip
out the whole list?
Then I would still say, no, it was wonderful, especially if people were around, right? Then if we're in private and they push down again and say, well, can you give me any any responses or any insights or whatever the case is, then I will do what we typically call the sandwich approach. I will present them something that they did well. I will provide them with an area that they could have done better. And I will then close it off with what they did great. I am always looking to preserve the person's integrity and the person's feeling about themselves. When I say to be honest, sometimes it's just a need to buffer what's going to be said, as it could be taken more harshly than a compliment.
Amen. I'll take that too. Back on Mark Greer's word today. I love it so much. And I'm really hoping, I'm going to start asking Mark to be in the room right after you give your word, so you can get all the flowers, man. Come back in the room, Mark. Is he in the room now? He should say something if he is.
I haven't seen him. And Susan said, I hate the phrase "to be perfectly honest." Yes, I don't mean it as if I've been lying the rest of the time. I mean that I might be saying something that's a little more strong than I'm typically saying.
Yeah. Dwight Robinson, grand rising to you.
Grand rising, Brother Dwight.
And Lisa, Doctor, that's a good way to do it. It's an old management principle called the sandwich approach. We like it too. You start off with something that you can compliment or be good. Then you offer something constructive. And then you end on a good point as well. Mm-hmm. It's easy for people to digest the constructive talk.
Absolutely. If you're appreciating something else at the same time, mm-hmm. It really is easier. And it is one thing that I believe we try to do, but every once in a while, we get to a place where sometimes you're just trying to get the point out and you forget that this point, not getting it out is not the objective. Getting it received and then having it addressed is really the objective.
You know, looking back on why did I have so much angst last night before bed? I had all this angst, Keturah, and Lisa was right about, look, Brian, don't go to bed with that.
I think it's what you were consuming.
Well, maybe because yesterday I got 2 new clients, but I also had some great compliments yesterday. Mm-hmm. People were complimenting me yesterday. And I asked one of my new clients, says, why are you choosing to invest this time, this energy, and this money that I'm asking you for with me before I accept it? And she has such an effusive answer. She goes, Brian, I talked with you for 7 minutes before. I talked to you for 22 minutes today, 24 minutes today. And what you have given me has changed my life so much already. You know, I'm just so excited about what's to be coming. And she's had lots of trainings. The other guy, another dude, he said to me yesterday, he says, bro, I just learned this from you and I used it today. And he was laughing about how much fun he was having with what I had just taught him, how people responded to him just the way I told him they would if he would do this. So I had all these compliments yesterday. Great. So
why do you think that you were still so negatively charged yesterday?
Because I went to a workshop last night at 8, and the workshop was a good workshop. But it was like, if you want to get corporate speaking engagements, that's what it was for. It's a good workshop, but I saw a lot of places that I didn't have stuff together.
Well, and I think that's fine. I think it's fair to evaluate what you still need to get done, but I think it's also equally important to evaluate what you already have done.
Yeah,
there may have been people on that call that were hearing that and they felt like they got a flood of things to take care of, whereas you have a handful of things to take care of.
That's true. And there's a lot of things that I have done and we have done together already. It's 9:30. We did 38. We're doing good today. I still want Mark Greer to come into the room if he will. I need some more water. Come on, man.
I am avoiding drinking it because I don't want to get lipstick on my own water.
You drink it. This morning in the hall, I can get some more.
Just finish the water. There's Brother Mark.
Thank you, man. Golly. I've been calling for you for a minute.
Drink the water. He says, what's happening, people? Yesterday's gone. Forget about it. Tomorrow has not arrived yet. Anticipate it. Today is here. Embrace it. I did that in the stylings of Brother Mark Greer.
Mark Greer, again, thank you for coming in the room. And I appreciate Lisa reading it for me because we attempt to do it honor, Mark. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Absolutely.
So, Mark, I loved your word today. I wrote down a question that your word inspired in me. The question I wrote down was how to choose to be authentic. For grown-ups particularly who have never been authentic before. They've grown up learning how to he's crying. Mark said, I am over here crying.
I'm glad to be your amusement today. I look forward to doing it.
Well, good. You keep doing it.
No, I don't want to do it all the time.
Okay, well, whenever you're ready. But for people who grew up fully indoctrinated, indoctrination matters. You know where I saw indoctrination most vivid? When we had Building Young Entrepreneurs by all the kids that was under like 15, they were excited about being their own bosses. They were excited about starting their own businesses. But 16-year-olds and above, they didn't want it. They had been fully indoctrinated. They wanted to work in the mall. They wanted to work at a job. And it was just so clear and stark we saw that. Do you remember seeing it that way?
Mm-hmm. I think actually the age was lower. I think those that were 10 and under were really more entrepreneurial.
We had some 12 and 13-year-olds that were pretty entrepreneurial. The one that was cake in a cup lady, girl, was she like 12 or 13?
Yeah, I think those that were not old enough to work yet were more likely to appreciate entrepreneurial exploits. And
then when I had my son for the year and I tried to put him in business, Dad, I'd just rather get a job in the bar. I'm in a mall. I don't want to.
In a bar?
In a mall. That's what I meant to say.
I know.
Do I need to go to a bar? Was that a Freudian slip?
I don't think so.
Maybe I need to go to a bar, baby. Slipped out.
Okay. Anyway.
So we'll do this tomorrow. Phrases.
We'll go out to the thing tomorrow night.
I thought it was Friday night.
Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. All right.
Today's Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday, and we look forward to seeing you at 12:30 noon Eastern. If you have the time, make it part of your business day. If you're entrepreneurial and you still work your job, take your lunch and join us at the Empowerment Center.online. We would love to have you in the room. Just quick networking, get to know, get to see, get to hear what it is that you do, what it is you want to be known for, and still be able to stay at work. We ain't even got to leave.
Amen to that. The broadcast is going to end on time today because I want to have you do something before I go to my appointment. So, because I have an appointment at 10 today. So I'm looking forward to that. We're about to do what we do and say thank you. And the way we say thank you with greeting songs, with greeting logos. For example, our first day was Miss Phyllis George. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way.
Miss
Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis
now
is
we
here.
all can have a great day. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Uzama Raw has a song too.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama, Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama.
That's how we're saying thank you to Uzama for being a consistent contributor.
We get to say it.
Get ready. Wait, Lena's not here. Lena Janelle would love this. It goes,
Jah is in the house. Boom, boom.
Jah is in the house. That's his jam right there. Jah is in the house. Man, you got to play that on Friday when we come up to your event. Jah is in the house. Boom, boom. Jah is in the house. That's his greeting jam. Miss Judy Floyd, my big sister, has a song too.
Oh, Judy, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Judy. Hey, Judy.
That's Judy Floyd's jam. Aunt Zenobia Evans, this is one that we all can participate in. Put on your Nigerian accent. Sit up straight into your chair. Take a lot of air into your bodies and say, thank you, Aunt Zenobia.
Hey, Lena Janelle. Oh. Hey, Shirley D. Jeanette. Wyatt will rock you. Rock you.
Shirley D. Jeanette. Wyatt will rock you. Rock you. Lena, did you hear Jah's jam? What did you think about that?
Lena Janelle said, good morning, all. Lisa, I feel you on your attitude of gratitude. I've been feeling intensely this whole year, but especially of late. I definitely have. And Shirley said, love that blue on you. It is my favorite color. Amen. Well, thank you. Dr. Deborah says, good morning again. Dr. Deborah, nonprofit strategist and funding coach.
Lena Janelle, Lena Janelle, baby, but gets high off our art, don't know how to behave.
Ooh.
That's Lena Janelle's jam right there, y'all.
That's it. That's it.
Just did Shirley. Katura Green has one. It goes back to life, back to Katura Green.
However do you want it?
However do you need it?
Do you need it?
Good morning, Miss Katura Green.
Carmelo, did we ever have a song for you? I don't think we had a Carmelo song.
Love my sister Carmelo.
No, you can't use somebody else's song. She said, get it done. Stop fooling around.
Get what done?
Your book.
Girl, you know I published some books before. I ain't new to this. Dr. Beverly has a logo, and it goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. And Dr. Beverly often is coming from work watching this, and she has another one. It goes, good morning to you and the rest of your crew.
Hey, Thomas and Hannah, welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got to go down. Hey, Greg, thank you for joining us this morning. He says, good morning, winners. Good morning to you. Good morning. Hey, Susan.
Dr. Beverly is so right,
Brother Mark. Be yourself. Those who choose to stand with you will stand with you, and those who choose otherwise, just let them go. Without malice, good word. Amen. Good word.
Susan says hello. She's hi, guys.
Susan.
Yep.
You got to say first part.
Oh, Susan Kennedy, you're everything I hope for.
You're everything I need.
You are so beautiful
to me.
We've been cracking that thing.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Gigi Bell. What are we?
Gizmo's chilling. Milk is chilling. What more can I say? Top billing.
All right, man.
That's it.
All right, man. All right.
Whatever.
Well, man. I think I had a better one than that.
But you can't remember, can you?
It'll come.
We got you, Miss Phyllis. We got you, Antonobi. Antonobi said, blessing. Oh, we read that. Blessing, blessing. And I'm glad that you are now free. Amen. Amen. I think we did that one. Good morning again, Dwight Robinson. We don't have a song for you, but you've been coming
there's
on.
a lot of Dwights. That's D-White right there.
Does he pronounce it D-White?
Doesn't matter. I'm doing a logo for him.
Yeah, but I thought that was D-Wayne's logo.
When last time you seen D-Wayne?
It doesn't matter. It still belongs to him.
It's been years. He's gone.
You don't recycle stuff.
Yes, I do. Give it over, baby. Go to the bottom. We just did Mark.
No, we didn't.
So wide you can't get around it.
So low we can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. That's Mark Greer's jam. Brother Ernest came in the room.
What a day. What's up, y'all? Love the blue on y'all. Amen. Amen.
You guys have been very complimentary on our blue.
I like the blue too. I've always liked the blue. That's why I bought this shirt to go with this dress.
You bought this shirt?
Yes, I did. There's a lot of clothes in your closet that I bought.
I thought I ordered the shirt.
Yeah, right.
What's all this? You're right. Did y'all see all of that? If you need web designing
or some digital marketing,
don't call me. Call Ernest James Usher. Ernest James Usher.
Oh, Dr. Benny, he says, Dr. Lisa, your new name, your robe is back. Going at it Friday. We'll send you a pic of your things, Pastor D. Amen. I'm excited. Pastor D is the president of Christ Temple International Bible School.
You have a reason to go to Atlanta? Because I want a picture of you wearing the stuff.
Well, I can't go to Atlanta, and it is going to be in Macon, South Carolina.
I thought we went to him when where were we?
No, doesn't matter. It's going to be, the graduation is going to be on October the 26th or the 27th, Dr. Benny.
Aren't you out of town?
And I'm out of town that weekend.
Yeah.
So that's why we're coordinating for him to give me anything so that I can still have my plaque and my gown and my cap and gown.
Yeah,
everything.
she's going to be in Ocean City, Maryland, right?
Yes.
on that weekend?
I believe it's on the 27th. I think it would be a strain, very, very close strain to.
Well, that's in opposite directions too from where we live. Macon, South Carolina, and Ocean City, Maryland.
They're past each other. We
No,
have
they're
to
not.
pass home.
Macon is beneath us. That's
Right.
in Georgia. Ocean City, Maryland is above us, baby.
Yes, but we go to Ocean City. Then on our way back home, we're in Charlotte, North Carolina, and then South Carolina is beneath us.
Did you not hear what I said? I said those locations are in opposite directions from
Yeah,
where
and
we are right now.
I did agree with
He
you.
goes, no, they're on the way.
They are on the way.
They're not on the way.
Back. Yes, they are.
No,
When you're coming back home, you just
no,
keep passing your house and keep going.
You see her? You see her? That's not on the way. That's out of the way.
Okay, you're right. It's out of the way.
Um,
Hey, man, we will have picture day. I will let you know. I am grateful, and I would love to be a part of picture day.
Dr. Benny, good morning to you, sir. How are you, man?
Thank you.
I'm glad you. And that's a great post, too, because Lisa's kind of wearing it, but you called her Dr. Lisa, too.
Yeah.
I want her to wear it all the time, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Ernest James Usher says, Lisa with the good taste. You know, she know us men don't do that good in clothes. LOL. We eye. He does.
How are you gonna speak for all men? What do you mean? Well,
he does pretty good.
I used to dress myself before I met her. Can you believe that? I was in my 40s.
No, he can dress up very, very well, but he does not dress casual. His casual is whatever happens to be clean and only has the least amount of holes in it.
I don't wear holy clothes. What clothes I wear with holes in it?
Holes in the pockets, holes in anything.
You talking about my sweats?
Yeah.
I don't have holy jeans, none of that stuff.
No, you do have one jeans with holes in it.
Yeah, but they don't go all the way through. They're like surface holes.
Yeah, but those are okay because those are on the style is important.
They don't go down to my skin.
Ernest says, LOL, I feel that, Brian. My casual is the same. LOL, I feel that brain.
That's what he says.
Casual is the same.
LOL, I feel that brain. My God.
His casual is just whatever the hell happens to be.
Ernest, a lot of people switch the A and the I like that.
But you feel the need to point it out every single time.
Because that's not my name.
That's okay.
If that was my name, my mother would have named me Brain. Okay. She named me Brian.
All right.
What if I called you Angela? That's not your name.
Okay.
That's not your name. What if I call you Cup? That's not your name. Why you gotta point that out? I just chose to call you Cup.
Okay.
I identify as Brian. Ernest says, Lord, Brian, I hate that. Whatever, man. He laughing goes,
he said, I ain't mean to.
No one does. No one does it on purpose. It's a mistake. It's an accident. People do it all the time.
And you decide to make it more and more.
People do it a lot.
Every time.
It happens a lot. So
we are glad to be here with you. And I'm happy that you had a chance to stop by.
I gotta go.
I am LisaSantiagoMcNeilll. This is Brian K. McNeill. This has been Let's Talk About It, and we will see you tomorrow. In the meantime, in between time, don't forget to have sex. And if you have time, join us.
Have sex twice
at midday networking today in the empowermentcenter.online. 12 noon Eastern, 12:30 noon Eastern. Bye. Love you. Mean it. Bye.